Welcome back. We are here with part 8 of our Amazon Spellcaster challenge, and we are here with our 6 Amazons. I think that that's all we're going to have for this generation. We might add 1 or 2 more for the next one, but for this, we are just going to have these ladies because I don't want to, take in anyone right now where they'll live so much longer than everybody else. I think we have only like 6 days or so before Narcissa becomes an elder, so that is important there. But also, we have Jade and Bella's relationship heating up, and they are going to become girlfriends, so that's really exciting for them. And they are the second Amazon couple that we have now after Narcissa and Nimue. Although everybody is kind of autonomously flirting with each other and then becoming jealous of each other, and I don't know how that's going to go, so we're going to have to wait and see. But for right now, we are just continuing on in this vein. Everybody is definitely going to get their dancing skill up, but now that Felicity is no longer pregnant, she can use like more exercise things. So I'm thinking that we should complete her room here. Each Amazon has a room dedicated to them and to their skill building. So we are going to make the gym right now. And I'm just pulling out all of the items that we want to include. I'm just going to pull out a bike too, just everything that we could possibly think of that we would need for, gym activities and exercise, because our warrior is supposed to be responsible for getting, new people into our group and, getting men, because you fight them and you defeat them and then they belong to us. So that is something that's really important for our, the life of our group here. And we are going to make sure that we have strong warriors so that we can continue to have children and continue the whole thing. It's a legacy. That's what we need. So I am just trying to figure out how all of this is going to fit together. I will resize the room as well. These are all just kind of rough shapes of rooms, so it's not like it's a final or anything. So we're just going to continue on with that, and we are going to keep going with this one. I am just going to add a big basketball court in here because I don't want to squish the room around all of this exercise equipment. I want it to be big and, um, you know, spacious. So I'm going to include that basketball area so that we can have a lot of room to do that stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so we are just trying to figure out where to put the rock climbing machine now. It is a little too tall for this space, but it won't show through the ceiling, so I'm not really worried about it. And when you look at it from the side, it is just the same height, so I think it's fine. It's probably fine. If we stick out a little bit through the roof, who will know? So, just kind of moving stuff around, figuring out where it should go in relation to all of this extra stuff. I'm just going to scoot that over and call it good. We do need to move our pictures. We have pictures of each Amazon, so these ones are of Felicity, so I'm going to put them up on the wall here. I think as the generations go on, we'll have more pictures. I'll only keep up one of Felicity, and then we'll have, whoever the next person is and whatever. So that's how we'll do that. And here's some mirrors and just a couple of, decorative items. I don't want the room to just be bare like that. I want it to also include, um, stuff to make it nice to spend time in as well, not just only for, you know, we're not so hardcore that we don't care about decorative items, because the Sims are going to get mad anyway if they are in a room and there's nothing in there that is decorative. So moving on, we are just about done with this and then we'll wrap up. I'm a little, about that being off center between the windows, but whatever. So that is where we're going to wrap up and head back to our live mode. So let's get her actually exercising in her new room. This is very exciting, and everyone loves the basketball hoop. I don't know where she got this green dress from. I didn't put her in it. Anyway, so we have her doing that in her new exercise room. Everybody is going to love that. And looks like we have. Oh, see, she's mad. She's mad. Her spouse is flirty. That is going to be a problem. So we are going to just continue to have everybody work on the things they're supposed to be working on, as you know. So we have our warrior exercising, we have our scholar painting, we have our gardener gardening, we have our entertainer practicing her organ skills, pipe organ. So everybody is just kind of working on their stuff. And we are in a pretty good shape, I think. We do have 3 pregnant Sims currently, Nimue, Jade, and Parisa. They are all pregnant, and I think this is Jade's last chance to have a girl, and it's Parisa's second try, so she has one more chance after this if she has a boy. And every single one of my pregnant Sims just wet themselves right now, so that's just great. So you all need a shower, and we need to clean up all those puddles. It's great. It's great. So we'll have to have Narcissa make some more potion to get all that up, and then we will continue on with that. So the 3 ladies are pregnant, and I'm hoping for girls for Jade and Parisa, but I'm actually hoping for boys for Nimue because, you know, she is our leader, and I want her to have some boys too so that we can get our family tree going with including the other Amazons by having them have children with our boys. So, moving on. We have the whole team going out to the lounge just to hang out and spend some time together. I think that, it's good for them to have these outings and have time together as a community. And they are going to just hang out here. They're all going to get a drink. We'll order a drink for all of them. And we also have the rest of the club coming as well. I think at the start of this, only 2 were teens. So yeah, we have Narcissa's daughter, Esmeralda, who was already in existence before we started this. And then we have our first daughter of Nimue, Beatrix. So she is here as well. She's right there in black. I did color coordinate them. So you can see Narcissa is pink because she is, our potions master, and her daughter is wearing pink. We have Nimue who wears black as the leader, and her daughter is wearing black. So that is kind of how I'm differentiating between all of the Sims that we are creating. As they become teens, I put them in outfits that are representative of what group they're in. And we have our entertainer really doing a poor job with the piano, but that's okay. I am going to have everybody watch her. It looks like they're enjoying the performance despite her skill level not being too high. And it looks like Felicity's son is calling and reporting back on one of the other children. Look at that, a little spy network there. And we'll have Nimue talk to her firstborn daughter and kind of, lay down the foundation for her. We are not just going to have our firstborn daughter be the one who inherits. They will have some kind of duels in order to do that. But obviously, we have Beatrix who has the best chance at becoming, a better spellcaster because she's older, because she's had more time to work on magic and stuff. Now, I haven't been working on it with her. I'm not really sure how we're going to do this yet. Maybe when Nimue dies, we'll move them all into the house and then all of her children, her daughters, into the house until we can see that they're all teens and then they can duel. And so that would give the older children an advantage. I don't think, I can't really think of another way to do that, but, let me know what you think. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll figure that out when we get there. And we will get there pretty soon because I have turned pregnancy aging on because honestly, I thought the short lifespan was going to be a little shorter, but because they're always pregnant, that's not the case. So that is why I turned that on. So they will be aging up like normal. Probably that will make things a little shorter for them. Yeah, you can see they all love the basketball hoop, I'm telling you. So that's what's going on there. We have everybody kind of flirting with each other. It's really interesting. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Maybe I should turn jealousy off. Maybe it's a free love situation. But Also, we have Nimoy getting really jealous, and her and Narcissa are married. And one of the rules was that they can't get married, the leader. So I think that that's really interesting because that was a rule, and I decided to ignore it. And now we're looking at the ramifications of that, where Nimue decided to get married, and now she's jealous all the time. So maybe the marriage thing isn't working out. Like maybe that is a case for reinstating the rule that they can't get married, that the leader can't get married. So that is definitely an interesting story development that we will have to kind of see where it goes. But we also have Narcissa and Parisa, who already hated each other before they became Amazons, which is really interesting. And now it's just making it worse for them. And I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit to when the babies are being born, because that is our next thing going on. But we are going to follow the path of what is going on here with Narcissa and Nimue's relationship. We have Parisa having a girl, so we're in good shape there. We also have Jade having a girl, so everything is going really well with that. I'm getting everything I wanted. Nimue has a boy. I am so happy about that, and we are in good shape. So I'm really excited that I got everything I wanted, and that is what we're going to do. So let's send all of these children to the other locations. We'll send them to the other households. I made a separate household. We've started to have too many Sims, so we do have separate households for um, different Sims. So that is why all of Nimoy's children have their own household now, that there's too many of them. So that's what's going on there. And look at him. He's such a cutie. He actually looks a lot like his dad. So that's interesting. Um, yep. So let's send him away. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Okay. So that is where we're going with that. And now all the children are moved. I think Bella is dazed. I don't know what she tried to do, but somehow she got electrocuted or something. Or maybe she was using the bubble blower. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we're all very tense. Everybody's, again, with the flirting thing. So I think that Narcissa is going to stop hiding as much. She's going to be like, yeah, you know what? I want to flirt with whoever I want to flirt with, even if it's right in front of Nimue. She's like agreeing to woohoo with Felicity in front of both of their. Um, Actually, who was together? Was it Bella and Jade? Who was Felicity with? Everyone? Anyway, so I'm going to have Nimue kind of walk in on them in a way. If she would just enter the room, please. Just walk right in. You can do it. There we go. So she's going to come in here. She is not happy with Narcissa. She's like, I can't believe this. And Narcissa's like, you're flirting with other people too. Like, it's not like Nimue doesn't have that little tiny romance bar with Bella there, but you can see their romance is going way down. So I don't know about that, you guys. We then have to get rid of the two men that we had girls with. So one of those people is also Narcissa's son, Griffin. And this was her son from before she became an Amazon. So she is really attached to him. She, raised him for some time. So I think that it's really hard for her because, her other sons and other children. Actually, I don't think she has any other sons. I think she immediately had a daughter. So she doesn't have any other children that are going to be killed. And so the fact that she has to reconcile that that's happening with Griffin and is going to happen with Griffin right about now is really, concerning for her. So I think that she's really upset about that, and she picks a fight with Parisa, and they're like physically fighting now that Parisa's not pregnant. And so they just like continue to fight each other. And I think that Narcissa is kind of taking out her feelings about her son dying on everyone else. And I think that it's really hard for her because she's one of the few people who has actually had children before this that she has to say goodbye to. Actually, I think she's the only. No, I think Felicity had a child, but he's still alive right now. So yeah, I think that Narcissa is really struggling. She's the first person to have to deal with this, and um, yeah, you can see she's crying, she's mourning her son, and it's not easy for her. So I think that that's why she's like all over the place emotionally. So like in the last episode or so. So that is going to be our explanation for her behavior, but that doesn't mean that it's okay, and that it's definitely not within Amazon rules to you know, be mourning a man. It's an Amazon challenge, right? So, anyway, Parisa is going to kill her husband now. She has had a girl, and she did have another girl, but we are only counting daughters born in our tribe as for the next generation of these people. And I think that that's because uh, Nimoy sees how attached that people who had a life before they became Amazons are to their previous families, and I think that she wants to mitigate that by making sure that all future Amazons are have been born into the tribe. I definitely will be adding other people as time goes on because we have like Felicity didn't have any children, have any girls, so we will need to find one. But I think that for the most part, we're trying to stop that. But anyway, we have Nimoy pregnant once again. I'm just going to keep having her be pregnant until we use up all the men of her generation. And I do want some more boys. So I think that that's what we're going to do here is just until she becomes an elder, I'm going to have her, or until we run out of guys from that generation, that will have her continue to get pregnant. But anyway, that is where we're wrapping up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. We are definitely going to really figure out what's going on with Narcissa in the next part. So I hope you're excited about that. And I will catch you in the next one.